Oh, hey, sorry. All right, so you made it. I'm glad you made it because we're gonna do another hammer update. Did I just say hammer update? That sounded kind of weird. You kind of get what I mean, I hope. I'm gonna hammer home a jam-packed update. There, I said it in a more articulate manner. Um, we're gonna take a look again. I love the subscriber that left me a beautiful comment last night. He said, there's a guy that does hour-long videos, and like I looked at his channel. He's excellent to do videos that long. That's the dedication. Props and salutes out to you, man. God bless you. Um, but again, I'm more for the shorter kind of get, not cram it in, but just quality over quantity for me personally, at least. So we're gonna take a look at the Jamstack for winter, um, and then we're gonna take a look at a few in-depth details for this because obviously I can show you a model all day long and the model is not going to change anything, nor the forecast, nor our perception of what the forecast may be, but I will give you some whys behind what or why rather the model is saying what it is saying. So again, we're looking right now in this image at the Jamstack for December, January, and February, okay? That's your El Nino it has forecasted. And that seems like, okay, I align with that. I agree with that. It makes sense. But I want to show you something that is leading me to kind of fully commit to believing this as truth in terms of our weather model forecast for this winter, and that is our our glorious NAO, North Atlantic Oscillation. And just to really quickly and briefly go over what that means, because I don't think a lot of people understand what that means. And I'm not saying that condescendingly. I just want you to understand what this means so you can say, okay, now I get it, kind of thing. So we're going to take a look at this chart for the NAO. If I can make this a little bigger, that would be great. But this is the best I can do. But essentially, when you get a negative NAO for the winter, you get cold and snowy for the east, the Great Lakes, in the Northeast. Okay, that's basically what we need to know here because the rest is for Europe, the rest is for Iceland, and I probably don't have that many European subscribers here since I do primarily USA weather here. Globally, but I think USA. Let me say that again. I interpret everything globally. I look at the whole global picture, but it's centralized in the USA for my forecasts. So just to get that out of the way. Um, so I also want to show you what a positive NAO has. So we looked at the negative side. The positive NAO is quite different. For the positive NAO, we have warm over the Great Lakes, Northeast, and Midwest in Mid-Atlantic. So that's what you get with the positive NAO. So just kind of get those things in your head. Negative NAO typically means cold and snow for the east. Positive NAO typically means warm and dry for the east during the winter. And this is kind of like a supercharged factor during the winter because very rarely the summer is so much of an overwhelming pattern because of the heat that's just being flowed into the USA. It doesn't have that much of effect because the heat overwhelms the pattern from the south. But when you're going to winter, that's when it has more of an effect. So we went over the NAO does in the chart. Now let's look at the actual forecast. So I want to note, first of all, if you look at April of this year, it kind of starts out positive, but if you just kind of glance through slowly to the left to right, the trend, it definitely looks like it's taking an overall downward trend through and through. So with that being said, we take a look at our current NAO forecast, and again, it is negative, but it's forecasted to remain negative after already being negative for a week now. It's basically starting this very rapid trend of negativity in terms of the NAO. And again, what does that promote? Like we just said, cold in the east, snowy in the east. So again, I'm kind of trying to piece this and put this and align this together so it makes sense for you and for me and for both of us. So since we're seeing that Mordecai El Nino, which would bring the cold winter, which is what the Jamstic's forecasting, we also want to look at other factors that would come into supporting that, draw them in if they support our thesis, our idea. So this is supporting our idea of a cold and snowy winter. So of course you don't want to like be biased and say, well, I'm only going to look at the cold factors, you know. It's not about that. It's about looking at everything, but also really honing in when something favors your forecast. Because you know, it's just what you do. But so again, we have the negative NAO, and my hope, I can't even say it's a gut feeling because I'm really not that sure to call it a gut feeling. But my hope is that we do continue to trend towards a more even deeply negative NAO towards winter. And just taking a look at the Jamstick once again, here's December and January and February. Again, that Mordecai-ish El Nino. It's kind of east central based. But then we look at our temps. This gives me a lot of hope because if you've been following me over the past 3 weeks, we've seen a lot of factors that are just starting to align with a cold winter. And that's not coincidental. That's just the pattern evolving in the models to support what the overall forecast is trending towards. So again, here's December through February. It's forecasting a pretty cold winter here. I mean, this is no mild winter, not even a slightly mild winter, but we have some harsh cold here in the Midwest. Places like, I'm just going to name a few states: Texas, Tennessee, Kansas, South Dakota, Kansas, parts of Ohio, Mid-Atlantic totally, the basic whole Mississippi River Valley. So you have areas like Cincinnati, Ohio. So this is no bullish of a forecast. This is definitely forecasting some definite cold here with some, again, pattern support of that. So with that being said, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little winter hint for the winter of 26-27. So if you guys like this, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and come to the family. We all love the weather here. We all love winter. And I do long range forecasting here. And if you would like to subscribe or share or comment, etc., please feel free to do so. Any feedback's welcome, constructive or what have you. You're free to, use this channel as you wish. So that's all the time I have for you guys now. It's running on 8 minutes. I only have 2 minutes left in this recording anyways, but thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and let's look forward to winter together. Fingers crossed. God bless.